Pisces, welcome to your reading. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And this is a general reading, so know that you should take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. And this is for April 30th through May 6th. So also, if you like your reading, or if you like coming to my channel for readings, then definitely hit like, subscribe, comment, whatever suits your fancy. And if you would like a personal reading, don't forget to check out my about page for my website where you can book time or grab my email. All right, with that, let's get going with your reading. We've got a card here that is determined to come out. Knight of Rods. All right, let's keep going. All right, Spirit, what can you tell me? What can you tell Pisces about the week? There we go. About the week of April 30th through May 6th. What can you tell Pisces? One more card for Pisces, please, Spirit. There we go. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Rods, and the Page of Pentacles. All right. Some air, some earth. All right. Okay, so it looks like, so this is the foundation of the reading. So this is what brought you to April 30th through May 6th. So right now you're probably, when I say right now, I mean week or weeks prior. You've probably had a message come into you that was good information, good news, but it brought to your attention the opportunity for change, for a manifestation, for a transition of some kind, right? Maybe even a rebirth into something new and different, and um, and then your own kind of self-reflection on that when you're looking at this information and this new possibility, right, Pisces, you're sort of identifying what your future might look like here, and you're self-reflecting on where you've been, where you're going, and whether or not this potential, this opportunity fits. And you're feeling stable in where you are right now, but you are kind of checking out how do you want your future to look. It looks like you have a little bit of conflict going on too. Nothing that you can't handle. You certainly have the edge on that, the leverage on that, if you will. Let's see what you don't see coming. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it does look like right here you've definitely got some change happening. And when I say that, I mean that, all for the good. So your Wheel of Fortune's getting ready to make its bell curve, and it's going to be going upward for you in change. So this is a good thing. And that's sort of what you're identifying in this self-reflection here. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. So you reap what you sow. It's like what I like to say about this card. You are definitely reviewing. This could be something that is an infusion of a higher resource than you're experiencing now. We have the Eight of Swords here, which tells me you have questions. You have some gaps in your knowledge that you want to fill about this new situation. And maybe you're afraid to ask, but don't be afraid to ask. There's no one out there that's not willing to answer your questions. So go ahead and ask. You won't feel stupid. You won't feel dumb. Ask the question and fill the gaps, and you'll be respected for it. And then you've got this Page of Pentacles, which tells me that infusion of resources, of new resources, is still happening. So all good news there. All right, so let's see what else for the week of April 30th, the actual week of April 30th through May 6th. Tell me about Pisces. What does Pisces need to know? That card looks very important. About the week of April 30th through May 6th. What does Pisces need to know, Spirit? Okay. What does Pisces need to know? Okay, so during that week, and what do we have on the bottom of the deck? Judgment, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, King of Swords, lots of knights. Wow. You've got 3 out already. Okay. So looking at these cards here, you're definitely, oh, there's a hidden card there. That happens all, that's been happening in the last few readings. Okay. What do we have? During that week, you may feel like you need to take a break. And you should. If you feel like you need to take a break, take that moment, take that break and regroup. And it might be that you're feeling a little bit tied down, and that might be giving you a sense of panic a little bit. I'm not saying you're going into a panic attack. I'm just saying that you may need to take a breather. And so we all have those moments where you feel like the words aren't coming to you. The moment is, if you stay in this moment and you act or react in that moment, it's not going to be as good as if you just take a moment and say, you know what, I need a timeout, right? And timeouts are good. And that may be what happens that week, is that before you react to the situation, that you take a timeout, you gather your thoughts, you take a little brain rest, and then you come back in. Observation is always a good thing. It's not, you still want to be able to have input and everything, but observation is always a good thing. So you might feel a little bit like your hands are tied, but take a break, and you'll see both of these cards right here are about partnership, and you will see where you belong in this partnership or in this group of people. Okay. And once you can see that, you can feel more comfortable about what's happening. And let's take a look at what you don't see coming. So we've got a judgment card here. Um, this is about it's like a resurrection, a renewal. It's about truth. And so you're probably going to realize some truths in here that make you feel a little bit more like, okay, grounded, right? And like you kind of know, now you know what's going to happen next. But it does bring in, so you've got this message of resources, you've got this message of communication here, and you've got this, and this is probably a person who's communicating. So there's a lot happening here, but not a lot of action. It's a lot of information and potential new resources or new funding or money. But and there's partnerships, and you may feel like you're uncovering some hidden truths, right? And that's okay. You're in this discovery mode, right? So, and this is sort of apropos because right here, you leading up to this, you learned about this opportunity, learned about this positioning, and going into it now, you're in kind of that discovery process. Um, where you expect to find surprises, right? And if this is a love relationship for you, you may have, met this person, felt like you had an immediate connection with them, like there was definitely a future here. And then, found as you go through the discovery, you found out a little bit more, but that doesn't mean that breaks it up. It just means that you have to rethink about how you look at, long term with this person, right? All right, let's see what your outcome is. What is Pisces outcome? What is Pisces outcome for this April 30th through May 6th time frame? Well, it looks good. Oh, that's too many cards. What's Pisces outcome? Okay. So you have two kind of oddly, a little bit opposing cards here. They're both cups. This one is about feeling frolicking and playing and feeling like really light and happy, right? And this one is kind of the crying over spilled milk. So you're disappointed. You found out some information that's disappointing, but you also have this other opportunity over here. So or two potentially opportunities over here. So what that tells me is that, you may be focusing too much on part of this discovery that was a little bit of a surprise and was a little bit of a disappointment to you. And if you can let that go and detach from it, then you can enjoy the rest of the bounty that comes from this, right? And that's sort of the secret to to the happiness in this story is definitely a little bit of detachment from this. So don't, I guess, what I'm saying is don't let this rule your happiness, because it doesn't have to. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the High Priestess, which is about intuition. So you kind of knew in here something was happening. You still have some intuition about what's going on. You've learned this information very quickly, so there's a bit of a punch here. Sometimes when we find out information it's very surprising, it's a little bit disappointing, and it punches hard, it's because it's happening so fast, and we're just not used to that, right? We're not used to feeling rushed, and we're not used to having to absorb and deal with something quickly, right? And so you've got this Page of Cups. So there you might be learning a new coping skill, or a new way of dealing with feelings, or with dealing with somebody else who has feelings. Like, you're just learning a new relationship, and it looks like you're just seeking some balance here. So um, let's do some clarification, Pisces. All right, so I definitely want to clarify the Hermit and the Death card down here. And then I want to clarify this Nine of Swords and these two partnership cards and the Five of Cups. All right, Spirit, why is the Death card here for Pisces today? Why is the Death card here? Why is the Hermit card? I'll pull them all first and then I'll read them. Why is the Hermit card here for Pisces today? Why is the Nine of Swords here for Pisces? Tell me about these partnerships cards, the Four of Rods and the Two of Cups. Tell me about these partnership cards for Pisces. Oh, we got two. That's okay. Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. Tell me about this Five of Cups card. Why is it here for Pisces today? Tell me about this Five of Cups. Two of Cups. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card, the Hangman, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Some collaboration there. Okay, so looking at the Death card, we got the Lovers card. What is interesting combination there? Both major arcanas. Lover card is a Gemini card. Death card is a Scorpio card. And I think that we had this combination earlier with Aquarius, actually. But looking at this, so I feel like you have the potential for two paths to take here. And if this is a love relationship that we're talking about, then that's what this is. This transformation that you're going through is about love. But if it's not, if you're looking at business or career or job, then I would say that there's one of two paths that you could take, and you're sort of analyzing the opportunity here and which one would be the best path for you. And when I look at the Hermit card, you got the Queen of Wands. So she's about a lot of passion. She's also a very, very busy person. She likes to have a lot of irons in the fire, a lot of movement going on. And she's a very productive young lady. She's a very productive person. It's really not about gender. It's about energy, and this is a fire energy, and it is about passion, and it is about having a lot to do and being happy about having a lot to do. So this may be what your reflection is I want to have more irons in the fire. I want to have more opportunity. And then this Nine of Swords, we got the Moon card. So this tells me that there's some intuition here. There's some lack of full reveal, right? So it's not necessarily that there's lies happening. It's that it's not complete, transparent truths that are happening. So it's just something to uncover there. And it may not be within the intent to deceit you, but more about protecting themselves, I think. And when I look at this partnership card, we have the Empress card, which is about it's about abundance and fertility and expansion and creating more, right? And this Nine of Discs is also about feeling very lavish from a resource perspective. So the potential here is phenomenal, right? But you just want to make sure you uncover your truth so you know the ground that you're standing on. And we look at this, so many cups up here, so many feels happening, right? So we have this Five of Cups, and it's clarified with the Two of Cups, which is also right here. So it's about partnerships. So this disappointment may have something to do with a partnership. And it doesn't mean it's whether or not you're willing to try to resolve that. And that one is up to you. Let's take a look at what you don't see coming. So we have the Justice card, and um, Pisces, you're really kind of looking for clarity. You're trying to be objective in this situation. You're wanting to balance and create fairness, and it's not always a thing you can do, but and that may be what the upheaval is here, is that you're trying to create balance and fairness, and it's just not going to happen at this time. And sometimes the scales just aren't balanced until you can get there, right? And then you have the Hangman, so that tells me that there may be delays. It's likely that there are delays, um, and it feels like things are on hold or you're suspended. Just have some patience with this, because things are going to work themselves out. You have this Ace of Cups, which tells me things are going to work themselves up. It's directly related to all these cups on the board. And there's a collaborative effort here. This Three of Pentacles is about collaboration and working together and transparency and openness and creating a strong foundation in this relationship. All right. Let's pull your messages for the week. Let's get your wisdom card. What is the wisdom card for Pisces this week? Tell me what wisdom. That one felt like it really wanted to come out. Does Pisces want mending? So, okay, that's interesting. What energy card do we have for Pisces this week? Tell me, what is the energy card for Pisces? All right, Beyond the Ordinary. Wow, we're getting that card a lot this week. All right, so mending and beyond the ordinary. So I feel like this mending card is directly related to all these feels up here, right? So you are in a situation where you're trying to stabilize and create a strong foundation for a relationship, but that relationship requires some attention and thoughtful attention, right? Some really good active listening and solutioning. And so whether this is a partnership we're talking about, a coworker, a boss, or a lover, there is some work that needs to be done at the foundation of this relationship. And the beyond the ordinary means that this relationship is just, it is beyond the ordinary. So it is, what's the word I want to use? It's a very special situation to you. If we're talking about work, you click, you work together really well. You just got to get some of this other stuff out of the way. If we're talking about investments, partnerships, that sort of thing, then same thing, you click, you're all on the same page. You just got to pull out the muck, and get to the root of things. If we're talking about a love relationship, same thing. This is like extra. It's that next level love, right? But anytime you're in something new, you have to spend time sort of learning about it, peeling it back, understanding it, and you go deeper and deeper and deeper until you're at that point where you can create that foundation and you can build back up again, right? It's just part of the process we as humans go through. All right, so let's take a look at what your Dreamweaver card for the week is. What is the messages from Dreamweavers this week for Pisces? This beyond the ordinary, though, this is a really important message because it means that there's something really important here for you to connect with. All right, let's go back to this. What is Pisces Dreamweaver direction this week? Oh, there it is. Oop, there it is. If the fox can't find his tail, such an interesting card. Okay, I'm going to put it that way. I think that's right side up. Where did I put my book? There it is. So that's number 11. I'm getting there. Hold on. There we go. The essential meaning is digging deep into your own authentic knowing, avoiding compromise, chasing your tail. Don't chase your tail and waste your time. If a fox can't find his tail, it might be because he's chasing the wrong things and looking in the wrong direction. One thing that is unnatural to him. Sometimes you might find yourself compromising to avoid conflict. If you're coming from a place of fear, that may work in the moment, but you may still lose something about yourself in the exchange. You know this deep down, but occasionally you need to be reminded to stay true to your inner knowing so that you don't trade your truth and acquiescence, giving in to someone else's expectations or perceived dominance just to keep the peace. The same goes for following trends. Oh, everyone appears to be doing it, so you do you do too, just to fit in or because you think it looks successful. But it's not sustainable. Now is the time to get clear on your unique qualities and offerings based on your values. When you do this, it's automatically good for everyone. Don't say yes until you really mean yes, or you'll feel ungrounded. That said, if you're clear that you don't have all the facts, it's okay to change your mind, but only do it if it's right for you. You can ask for more information so you can understand the situation better, avoiding the defensive reaction, including any assumptions you may have, and aligning better with the idea of win win. Then you'll stop chasing your tail. You'll come to the gentle, grounded, empowered place. So much good is possible when you do this. Wow. So it really fits with this reading. You definitely need to ask the questions, uncover the facts, get yourself grounded in this, and really understand it. Make sure you're not people pleasing, right? I think um, I think there's some really grand potential here if you can stay grounded through the process, right? So that's a great message, Pisces. Thank you for listening to your reading. And if you liked your reading and you want more, definitely subscribe, like, share, comment. And if you'd like a personal reading, please do reach out to me. Both my website and my email are on my About page, so you can check it out there. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful week ahead, and hopefully we'll see you next time.